What's good, everybody? This your boy Ike Jokes. We back with another episode of the Family Time Podcast. This time I got the one and only rapper slash entrepreneur Mike Diggs coming up. So make sure you stay tuned, stay on my live. I'm waiting for y'all to come in. So hurry up. Come on in my live. We're gonna get this started, man. Got you. Family Time Podcast by Ike Joke. In the meantime, man, make sure y'all check out my special guest I had yesterday, Chef Telly. If you want to go and watch the video, go on my YouTube channel at Family Time Podcast by Ike Jokes. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. You can see the video, the interview we just did with her yesterday. Very, very good interview. Make sure you support her. Do what you got to do to support everybody that come on my channel. I love all my guests and the conversations we have. Let's see, we got Mike Diggs coming up. Welcome back again, man, at Family Time Podcast with your boy Ike Jokes. I got a special guest for y'all, man. Today's guest is a talented rapper, entrepreneur who's built his name through hard work, consistency, and determination. Family, please help me welcome my brother, my friend, family, real family, rapper, entrepreneur, Mike Diggs.
My man, you got that intro down packed, my boy.
Hey, man, you know, I'm trying to get my nightcap, Shannon Sharp nightcap intro on. You feel me?
I see it, man. I'm fucking with it.
Hey, so for everybody who don't know Mike Diggs, man, I mean, for everybody who never heard of you, never seen you before, man, who is Mike Diggs?
Who is Mike Digg? Well, there ain't no S, so it's just one me, man. It's just Mike Digg, D-I-G-G, man. You know that. But who is Mike Digg, man? I'm just a hustler from Tidewater Park, man. You know what I'm saying? That just know how to rap. Just so happen I know how to rap. You know what I'm saying?
And if you don't know, that's Norfolk, Virginia, Tidewater Park.
That's a fact, man. So I done took this hustle all around the world. Thank God, you know what I'm saying? I done made a lot of money. I'm trying to get this light together, bro. I know we can't see each other. But yeah, man, I took it around the world and made a couple dollars, and you know what I'm saying? Mike Digg is a guy who I ain't conform though. So like, you know, I ain't gonna do too much of that rappers do. So, you know, I'm comfortable in my skin of what I do, you know?
That's what, man. That's what's up, man.
You know what I'm saying? All that.
Hey, being different is what makes you different. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you though, why did you choose rap?
Man, rap chose me, man. I mean, hey, look, I remember when I was in like the third grade, I had wrote this rap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had lost the paper and left it it was a Tidewater Park school, and the teacher called my mom and was like, he just seen some terrible stuff. You need to come up here. You know what I'm saying? And my mom was like, what? And then they called me in the office and come to find out it was a rap. And I was like, oh, that's just a rap, man. They were ready to call the police, man. They were trying to get me interrogated and everything in the third grade. So
in the third grade. You know. Hey, you must have had what kind of words you had on that piece of paper?
And look, the irony is I still remember somewhere. It started out, I'm a victim of watching the homicide scene. A nigga got stabbed and jabbed into his spleen. It was a machete. No, it was a butcher's knife. It don't matter because he either can take a man's life. That was in the third grade. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that boy had bars in the third grade.
And I guess, you know, it is what it is, man. But yeah, it was more to it. So yeah, they called my mama, man, and I'm sitting up in the office like it was just a rap, man. Don't kill me, man. It's just a rap. But,
and you said that
we seen a lot of Tidewater Park.
Right. And you said that was the third grade.
That was the third grade, bro.
So if that was the third grade, at what point in your life did rap or did music get serious to you?
It was a dude named Boat from Virginia Beach, right? We had a group. I don't know if you remember that, Usual Suspects. And you know, they're from Virginia Beach, so they had the house he had a studio in the house, and you know what I'm saying? I was messing with his sister. So I always wanted to get in the studio. Back then, the studio was a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so,
facts.
So I was like, you got a studio? He was like, yeah, man, right in the back. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we ended up making a group, Usual Suspects, and it was cool. And we used to be on the radio every day on 103 Jams on, I believe it was Jack and Spade's show every day for like a year or something. And but yeah, I took it serious then because I was always serious, but coming from Norfolk, we ain't had no damn studios. We didn't know where to go do no rapping. You know what I'm saying? So once
That's
I got with
facts.
him, he taught me how to write bars though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Bo. He taught me how to turn it into actual songs and write bars and all that. So, you know what I mean? Shout out him.
So you think when you got started in the studio and everything for the first time, who was your biggest influence?
For the first time, I mean, honestly, for the first time, it was I had a lot to say because I had
Hmm.
stuff bottled in since the third grade. So by the time I got in the studio, I was ready to go. That nigga was like, "It's your first time," but you was just your first time. You might just keep going. You just keep running,
Right.
running, running bars. You don't know how to separate it and all that. But I mean, influence though, I was influenced by a lot of people, not particularly at that point, but just from the Tupacs to the Locks to the DMXs to the Jay Z's.
Yeah.
So yeah. So by the
Hey,
time I like Black Rob a lot too. So he was
Black
definitely one
Rob
of my.
was cold. He was slept on, but Black Rob was cold.
But Black Rob, he one of them dudes. He ain't gonna do a lot of foolishness. So he ain't gonna go but so far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if you're just tuning in to Family Time Podcast, talking to my brother, my friend Mike Digg, rapper, entrepreneur. And if you have any questions for Mike, please tap into the comments. If you have any questions, I will see him and I'll ask him. So with all that, Mike, so do you remember your first song?
My first song I ever recorded.
Yeah.
No. I ain't even gonna tell that lie. I don't remember it, bro. I was just so happy to be able to record. And you know what I'm saying? And I had like a notebook full of raps, and he and
Uh-huh.
he started. He had like a little machine, and he would sit there and record me on that machine. Man, I was just going, bro. But I don't remember the first song though. I ain't even gonna tell that lie. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what's one thing you learned about being from Virginia?
The phone had went out. What'd you say, bro?
What's one thing you learned about being from Virginia?
Being from Virginia, man, if you can survive North, you can survive anywhere.
Mm.
If you if you can survive there, but you also got to know when to move around because you can get killed in North.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
facts.
So you got to know when to move. Not I ain't say move away, but you got to know if you're doing something hot. You got to know
Right.
when to get out because niggas ain't playing in the crib. You know what I'm saying? And that come from going all the way around the world and coming back. You know what I'm saying? So I tell you a funny story real quick.
What's that?
Um, I remember I had moved and I was gone for like 3 years, right?
Hmm.
And and maybe three and a half, maybe four. So I would always come back and I was doing little shows and all that, whatever. So I'm thinking time, we was at Blakely's, right? Chesapeake.
Dang,
So
that's a old spot. I remember that.
I think it was Blakely's, but it was the one that had the upstairs joint you can look over and all that, right? So next thing I
Hmm.
know, and keep in mind, I just got off this tour. I think I was with Nelly or somebody at the time. But anyway, so I come back to Virginia and niggas got to fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And next thing I know, hey look, next thing I know, niggas start throwing tables and chairs over
You
the
keep going
over
back.
the side of that joint. So I'm
Okay.
looking around like,
Turn
man,
this.
these niggas is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But when you from the crib and
Right.
yeah, it don't dawn on you because you in the middle of it. But if you leave for a little while and you look again, you be like, God damn, it's some warriors that come out the crib though. You know what I'm saying? Real
Yeah.
warriors.
We got a comment, a question for you, Mike. Ross said, "Does being from Norfolk, Virginia make you hungry than other rappers?"
That's a good question, man. I think just being from Virginia make you hungry for anything. If you want to be the truck driver, if you want to be whatever, a boxer like Keyshawn, whatever you want to be, I think you're gonna go hard because you done seen so much, you done
Right.
endured so much. So for me, rapping, I made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of rap. So you gotta go hard. You gonna go hard if you selling drugs, whatever you doing in Virginia. If you working, you're gonna go hard. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, not just rap though, but that's a good. So
Well, you say you broke up a little bit.
I said, yeah, not just rap, but I believe, if you're from Virginia, it's almost anything that you really you do you're gonna go hard with. You know what I mean? But definitely for sure
Right.
rap. Yeah.
So when you put your raps together, right? Do you think that every rap you do has to have a message? Do you feel like every rapper or every person that rap, every song have to have a message, or what do you think about that?
No, that's a good question. Nah, I don't think that. I think you're supposed to do whatever you feel. You know what I'm saying? Some of the
Hmm.
some of the songs that sold the most won't talk about nothing. So
Yeah,
every song ain't designed for no message. I know a lot of times I might do message songs, but no, that ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because you can't beat nobody you're doing what they good at. So if
right,
you know what I'm saying, you can't out future. You know what I'm saying?
right, right, right.
So just do whatever you doing. You know what I'm saying?
I just had
Whatever
this
you doing,
question.
you can make it.
I just had this question that I didn't even put on my card, but since you're talking, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about rappers nowadays where the FBI and the police is listening to their music and taking it serious on what they saying and put a case on them? What do you think about that?
I remember the first time there was this white man, right? His name was Doc Holliday. He was from Newport News.
Hmm.
And he was like, yo, 50 Cent been to this studio, Jay-Z been to this studio. He really liked me for whatever reason, right? And man, I want to do this with you, I want to do that. Matter of fact, he got me the headline in Norba one time, right? But he told me,
Uh-huh.
he was like, you ain't gonna be successful being in the street and rapping. You're gonna have to pick one. So to answer your question, you can't indict yourself. And if you just stole out the store, you can't get on the song beside just stole out the store. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't
Right.
sold nothing and you rap about it, you can't get indicted for it. So you just got to be mindful about what you're doing. That's all. I ain't never seen nobody, you know what I mean? You ain't nobody got indicted for nothing I ain't gonna say they didn't do, but if you work at Walmart, you ain't getting indicted on a RICO charge. I ain't
Right.
never seen it. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be careful what you're talking about. Because people listen,
Now,
believe that.
I know you collaborated with a lot of people in your career, but do you have a dream collaboration you would do, like somebody that you would have loved to work with, dead or alive?
Mm. Mm. I would say like yay. That's about it. Because I know
Mm.
he gonna make a fool ass beat, and he gonna pull something out your spirit. So that's pretty much the only person I can really come up with that. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
bro, I can't. Boy, if I could hear you on a yay beat, I know that thing will go hard.
Yeah. I could picture something like that. I mean, other than that, like at this point, I gotta be inspired, bro. Like just rapping and shit, man. I'm a grown man, bro. So like, I ain't gonna be up here doing a whole bunch of foolish bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, somebody like Kanye, I'm in here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Nova on the track. Shout out Nova on the track. Nova sent me some beats. I made some. I'm about to drop a new album. I got some crazy beats from him. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, you just got to be inspired, bro. It's like Rick Ross sold 2,000 the first week. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So what's your motivation? You just rapping or what you doing?
Speaking of new album, man, you got a new record coming out called Heaven. What's up with that?
Well, the video's out. It's online. It's doing good. Heaven somewhere. Everybody want to go, but don't nobody want to die.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That's
Everybody want to go to
facts.
heaven, but yeah. Everybody want to go. Even you go talk to the pastor, be like, yeah, he'll tell you all about heaven. We're like, we're gonna die right now. Nah, I don't want to die right now. You know what I'm saying? That's
It's
a
funny.
preach.
I was just telling
Yeah.
somebody, man, I wish it was a person or someone that could come to you and be like, man, I went to heaven. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Or I went to hell, but there's no confirmation. Well, once you've gone, you've gone.
You know what though, bro? I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and
Hmm.
it's these people that died for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and they got stories, especially the ones that went to hell. They be kind of similar. So I believe
Yeah.
just putting in YouTube died and went to hell. YouTube died and went to heaven. And it be people talking. So I be tapping into them. I believe it. You know what I mean?
So, but what you think your craziest industry story is? Do you have a something that you've seen or heard about and you believed it in the industry? What's your craziest story?
Man, I don't see some crazy shit, bro. Um, I don't see some crazy stuff, man. I could go R. Kelly. I could go Orlando Brown. I could go Jackass Crew from Jackass. I could go uh Nelly. I mean, I could go a lot of ways, but a crazy story like. Hmm. I give you a crazy story. I go left field with the white people, right? Shout out to white people that I've actually done something with. So you know,
Shout out to
Jackass,
the.
Bam Margera and all that, right? You know, Jackass like Bam Margera and those guys, right?
Mhm.
Right. So I remember I was on this tour, man. It was uh I was signed to a label out of Florida, whatever. So it was me and them, and I was like the black rapper, and they was crazy ass white folks. You know what I'm saying? And so I would go, and I got a lot of fans from that tour. You know, white folks support. They buy merch and all that. So we toured
Yeah.
for a long time. And long story short, man, they don't sleep. You know, I don't for whatever reason they don't really get no much sleep. You know what I mean? They be up all night. You know, a black person once about 3:30, 4 o'clock. You like, what we going over this? You know what I'm saying? They up. You know what I'm saying? They are up. They up all night. So man, as soon as I would lay down, man, they would do the craziest shit, knock on the fucking door, asshole naked, bro.
Wow.
Little
That's
white demons
crazy.
just running around the pool and shit, man. And just
That's
oh,
crazy.
oh man. Shout out Colossal. He was driving my van at that time,
That's
man.
what that's what they call going streaking.
Yeah, yeah. Not after but waking you up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
man, it was crazy, man.
I
But
know that
yeah,
because I seen the movie with Will Ferrell. He was like, "I'm going streaking." And he running down the street naked. And we was like, "What is
right,
he doing?"
right, right. Yeah, man. I mean, no, but the thing was, they was coming towards me. They weren't sticking running that way. They was coming towards me. You know what I'm saying? That made it even more crazy. So I'm like swinging at them and shit. And they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a crazy, crazy time. But I mean, I got stories about R. Kelly. Kel's a real nigga, man. Free R. Kelly, man. That's my dog. Nigga showed me a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a nigga from Norfolk, man. So Kels is a superstar. I know a lot of niggas, but they ain't R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you know what I mean? Yeah, I remember one night with me and him. I'll make it brief. He liked to drink MD 2020, right?
Mad Dog
Mad Dog.
2020.
And that's
Dang,
how we got cool. That's how we
that's
got cool,
old.
man. He said,
That's old
man,
school.
man, I was going to the store, right? And I was like, man, this ain't no store run. Don't treat me like I'm no little nigga. But do you want something? And he was like, you too young, man. You don't even know. I said, what you want, bro? He was like some MD 2020. I was like, shit, red or yellow, nigga? He was like, He was like, red, nigga, red. You know what I'm saying? And
It was
but
only
yeah, so
what
once I
it was only three colors. It was red, yellow, and purple on it. I think.
I don't remember purple. I just remember yellow. But yeah, we ended up, man. I got that, and everybody kind of kissed his ass, and that ain't really my shot. So we ended up just getting real cool, man. We'd be up in the middle of the night, 3 in the morning, drinking and talking. And that nigga's so talented, man. He was like the only person I had to call my mama.
What you mean you had
I
to call
called.
your mama?
I mean, we from Childwood Park, bro. I'm still a Norfolk nigga, bro. So I done been around damn near anybody you can name, but that was Kales. He is the best black entertainer we have living today on this planet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Regardless of the girls and the jail, if you look at his writing credits and his credits and the whole nine, he's the best. So anyway, it's just me and him. So I called my mom. Get what I say?
What?
I say, Mom, that's R. Kelly in the background. Don't say nothing. Just listen. And I just set the phone down, and then we just had that little moment together, like she was there with me and Kels. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
Kels,
dope.
yeah, he was singing. He had a country song he had made. Like that nigga talented, man. He had made a whole album for his uncle, and it was straight like what's it, blues. So he was like, I met a
Blues.
girl in the bar. She had a fat monkey on or something, and we was humping. That nigga, he be getting into it, boy. That was just me and him. But you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
You,
DMX. I got stories about DMX and all that, but I could blow an hour talking about stories, man. But yeah, I had. We can get back to that.
so do you think when you meeting all them people, right? And then you have other people who come along or people before you. Do you think that people be selling their soul to the industry just to get a hit or just to be known? Like, what do you think
Fuck
about that?
yeah.
Do you believe people be selling their souls, what they say in the
I know
music
they do.
industry?
I know they do. I know they. I mean, you want me to get into it, or you want me just to tell you? Do I believe they do it?
Nah, just tell me if you believe it.
Yeah, yeah, I believe they do it. Yeah, I believe they do it. I know for a fact they do it. You know what I'm saying? There's different
So
ways to do it though. People think if you say I sell my soul, you just like you just oh God devil like it's deep. There's so many different
right.
ways to sell your soul. So people do it. Yeah.
What was your what you think your biggest challenge has been? Like even with rap or doing your entrepreneurship, what do you think your biggest challenge is or has been?
Biggest challenge is biggest challenge is just staying solid in the world of people that ain't solid. You know what I mean? I don't really do good in gray areas. So
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I like black and white. So the world is gray. If you're good in the gray area, you can maneuver. You know how to just finagle and smile and be fake. You know what I'm saying? No, that ain't
Right,
really my thing. So, being able to do what I want, being able to have a lifestyle and still maintain to be who I want to be. That's been
right.
the biggest challenging thing. Yeah, but
Do you,
it's been working out for me. Good.
do you think it's a cutoff age for rappers, or do you feel like as long as people listening and showing up to your shows, you can go as long as you want?
That's a good question. Um, I mean, it's kind of like one of the biggest tours I did was with Juvenile, right?
Hmm.
Juvie will tour until he dies because I'm gonna tell you why. Because I told my son, I'm like the only people that really matter is your peer group. If
Hmm.
you're 10 and somebody's 4, you say they're young, right?
Right,
If you're 35 and people are 20, you say they're young, right? So
right.
just like you got old people, they be 80 years old and they'll call somebody 60 young,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right. So the only people that really matter in your mind is your peer group until you get so old that everybody done died. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So to answer your question, I don't knock nobody. I mean, but it's harder to jump in late. I'll say that. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? So if it's something you've been doing, you're good at it, you make money off of it, you love to do it. If you didn't make no money, you just love to do it, keep doing it. But if you try to jump in late, it's hard to do anything and draw a crowd into something new when you get older. You know what I'm saying? So
so
that's
let me ask
anything.
you this. Let me ask you this. So when you go on tour, right?
Hmm.
Because I always heard in the industry, like say for example, with people who do R&B and stuff like that, and they have writers, right?
Right.
Even as a rapper, do
Hmm.
you think you make more money on tours, and why? Because don't the writers still have to get some credit for your music on tour, or the writers don't matter unless it's played on music, like on the radio? I mean.
Well, writers is like a point system. So like if you do a record, you got the producer will get points, the rapper will get points, the writer will get points, meaning that once the sales come out, it'll get broken down and everybody gonna get some anyway. The
Mhm.
writer ain't really eating off of your touring because that's a performance. You get what I'm
Mm,
saying? So he's gonna eat off the record because he helped write it.
right.
So whatever money come in, but it ain't like he performing somewhere and he about to get a bag off of that. It wouldn't really make no sense, you know?
Yeah, I heard I seen an interview one time, and it was a writer. I forgot who he was, but he wrote for Usher and Chris Brown, and he also trying to come out himself. But people look at him as a songwriter; they don't see him too much as a lead singer. And
Right.
the question to him was, can you make money off of a Chris Brown tour? And he said if Chris Brown or Usher was to do a tour, they'll have to pay at least 50-50 for his songs. That like I guess he's saying they gotta play his music, they gotta play his catalog, but I don't think he said he get paid off for it though.
No,
I'm not.
no, no, no. I mean, but come that it's hard though. Like if you come in, it's like if you come in funny. It's
Hmm.
like when Ti tried to be a comedian. Long time for people to accept you doing something new. It's just what it
Yeah,
is. So
because they so
if you
used to you
do
rapping.
or producing or singing or whatever, so if you start at 17, 18, 12, then you got time and then you can go through all the haters because you're gonna have a group of haters who ain't gonna want to see you do nothing. And
Right.
after a while, they see you keep going and you keep going and you don't stop and you don't care what they think and then you keep going and then eventually they start to support you. But
Right.
nobody just gonna jump out. Rarely is somebody gonna be like, "Oh, you do this now? Oh, okay, I'm about to rock with that." You know what I'm saying? Nah.
So how do you
Especially once it's
balance
time.
how you balance your music and your business?
Music and business. Well, it's two different things. You know what I'm saying? Like business is me. You know, as far as like it's me telling people, "Hey, I need to get this get done, and then I'll jump in the water sometime to help." You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just if you come from the streets, bro, it's all just like juggling with family and juggling other things. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta make
Right.
sure you allot the right time to get stuff done. You know, you can't get too caught up in one thing, and you'll be slacking somewhere else. You know.
So I came up with this new question thing I'm gonna do for Family Time podcast, and I
All
need
right.
you just to give me the first answer that comes to your mind. So this is the
Okay.
first of all, let me say thank you for tuning to Family Time Podcast with your boy Ike Jokes. Right now, I'm talking to one of the gifted musicians, rapper Mike Diggs from out of North Virginia. Make sure you tap in with him. Also, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel Family Time Podcast with Ike Jokes. All right, Mike, here we go. This is called the Family Time 7 Hot Seat Questions. You ready?
Mm, get it.
The first one, Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
Tupac. Okay. Uh, let me see some, cause favorite
Oh, you weren't
song.
expecting that, Alvin,
Nah, yeah, you messed me up with that.
huh?
Hey, you messed me up with that. I was about to say, why Tupac? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's your favorite meal?
You know I'm pescatarian, that's why
This.
mushrooms and fish. You know what I'm saying? Veggies. If y'all watch my Dig versus food, there's always something like that. So, well, actually, I got some vegan oxtails the other day. I think they might be the top.
How is oxtails vegan?
Well, anything can be vegan when you're just using plant foods, so it's probably some type of plant.
So
But
it
it's an
so
oxtail.
so you had a regular oxtail before years, I'm sure years ago. Is it a difference?
Yeah, but they were busting though. I ain't gonna lie. You know, you man, you can. You know, you can season the sheet of paper and a nigga eat it. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? That season everything. You gotta know how to season some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That
So
boy, that boy said you
yeah,
can season a piece of paper.
come on, bro. So I eat like a lot of cauliflower sandwiches. They be tasting just like meat. It's all a mind thing, bro. Meat, you can. It's not the meat you like; it's the taste.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Give me your favorite song.
Damn. Just in general, favorite song?
In general, it could be R&B, it could be country, it could be jazz, it could be reggae. Your favorite song.
I don't even have one, man. To tell you the truth,
How you
I
a
don't even
Tupac fan and ain't got a favorite song with Tupac at least?
because Tupac is bigger than music. So that's why
Oh,
that's the only reason I would pick him up with Biggie. If it was just music, I would say Biggie. But Tupac is a different type of animal to me. I think Biggie lyrics is cold. You know what I'm saying? That nigga one of
hmm
the best to do it. He didn't have the impact on the world that Tupac had. Just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I
Tupac
feel you.
like yeah, you go to Africa, they love Tupac today. You know what I'm saying? They
Man, it's
playing
still
Tupac today.
that's facts. All right,
Yeah, so
question number 5. Studio or live show?
live show.
Why live? Because is it
And
because
unlike
you get to see the audience and feel the fans or something?
energy, man, you know what I'm saying? Energy is what make people keep trying to hold on to something. Like,
Mm,
is but the good thing about energy is you can just pass it on to somebody and then they
right.
can do what they want and then but if you just try to hold on to it, but yeah, energy, man, ain't nothing like people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get around people. And then to make something that come from nothing, turn it into something and then see people like it, ain't nothing like that. You know what
So how do you feel about this is not one of the questions though, but as I talk to you, I have questions come to my head. So how do you feel about when people tell you don't bring your phones, don't record the show? Would that be something you do, or would you be like, because they say, look, man, put your phone down and just enjoy the concert. Are you one
Right.
of them people that it don't matter to you whether they have a phone or not?
Yeah, I don't really care. I tell you something funny about that though. I was at a Dave Chappelle, comedy show, right?
Hmm.
And they had like the sleeves you got to put your phone in, they lock it in, and
Hmm.
all of that, right? And nobody had a phone, and I respect it because I don't know, he might have been doing like a taping for TV or whatever, right? But
Right.
nobody had a phone, and he did his thing maybe 2 3 hours, and then right at the end they brought Busta Rhymes on, and they let everybody pull their phones out. You know what I'm saying? They just immediately start unlocking phones. I'm like, damn, I thought it was over. Busta Rhymes, the lights came on. Like, I'm like, damn, like so. I think that's more so a thing like if you got something going on to where you don't want people to, post it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
All
yeah,
right.
otherwise, let folk pull that phone out.
Question number 6. One word, Mike Digg.
Believer.
Mm, believer. I didn't know you knew big words like that, dog.
I know a Piquito, very
Huh?
small amount. I
You
know
said what?
Piquito, very small amount. I know a small amount of big words.
Believer. That's okay. Last question. Family means.
Mental stability.
Mm, I like that. Mental stability. Explain that.
If you ever get around people, just in my opinion, if someone be like, I don't mess with my dad, I don't mess with my mom, I don't mess with my whole family, this and that, they kind of like a loner, they're missing something. They don't really
Hmm.
be that really happy people, you know what I'm saying? So someone might drink a lot or this and that, but you need somebody to love your ass, you know what I'm saying? So
That's
family,
facts.
you know what I'm saying? And ain't no feeling.
Somebody who gonna keep it real with you regardless of who you are to someone else. As
Come
far
on,
as like
bro. Exactly.
everybody know Mike Diggs, but my family know me.
And then that energy, like I was talking about earlier, you can't fake the energy, bro. So when
Hmm.
people get around you, you ain't nothing like family, man. You gonna need, I ain't saying all families worthy of, whatever, but you gotta just keep it real with your folks.
Do you have you or I don't know if you have or not, but do you give back to the community or do you reach back out to kids who want to ask questions and advice? Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, man. I just don't be talking about it. I don't be posting it. But yeah, I gave out like almost 300 bikes like 2 years ago. I gave and then I got kids like through like a little nonprofit situation to where I linked
Hmm.
with them, and then I linked with business owners, and then I link them together, and then I just be wanting them to see the other side of the coin, because you
Right.
chasing rap. The funny thing about rap, if anybody's paying attention, the funny thing about rap is this, right? It's like rap. Okay, let's say with basketball, right? You got
Hmm.
each team might got what about I don't know about I don't watch basketball, but let's say they got 40 players, 50 players, right?
Right.
Well, maybe 60, I don't know, right? And then you got how
Hmm.
many teams in the NBA? Like 20 teams or something?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
so
it's about
that's like
20.
what? Okay, so that's like what, 1,200 people, right? 1,300
Right.
players, right?
Hmm.
Then football, same numbers or whatever, right? Then you got all that. So these people are scheduled to get paid. They have scheduled times, no matter if they're the best or the lowest on the scale, they got a check coming and they play basketball, right?
Right.
But But with rap, with music, you can almost count the people that want to do music, the people that they really want to be. You can count them on one hand, maybe two hands. Out the whole
Yeah.
world, out of a billion people, you know what I'm saying? It's billions
Right.
of folks. Yeah. So it's one of them things you gotta. So I try to tell kids all the time, like you want to rap. I get them in the studio, I help them do all that. But just know, sometimes something just not might not be in the cards. It might be in it. Might be something better for you. Might be something, So just don't be so close minded and just want to be one of the 9 people out of the 17 billion people in the earth. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't
Yeah.
know what them 9 people did,
That's
because them
true.
9 people might have did something you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What about your legacy though? How would you want to be remembered? How would you want people to remember Mike Diggs? Mike Digg. I always put an S on it there. I don't know why.
Yeah, he's been doing that forever. It's all good. I'm gonna tell you, I want my legacy to be. There's a guy. Shout out a guy named Smitty. Smitty is like 70 some years old, right? He
Mm-hmm.
made a book. I should go get the book. I ain't gonna get up and go get it, but it's a book. It's called A Man's Nobody's Baby, right? He kept calling me, man, make sure you get this book, get the book, get the book. So I finally meet him, and he gives me the book, and it's a thick book about this big, and he says, I said, you got to sign it, Smitty. You can't just give me the book and sign it. So he signed it, and he put in the back with a big magic marker, to Mike Digg, the most straight upest person I know,
Mm.
and he's 70 something years old. So that's pretty much I can live with that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody I meet, anybody I talk to, anybody I'm around, you know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much, you know what I mean? Whatever. If I'm doing music or if I'm just talking to your son, you know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to get a situation to you be like, yeah, I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's it. That's my thoughts on the world.
So what's next for Mike Diggs, man? What's next? But let people know what you got going on, what you're working on, what they can look forward to.
Well, I'm about to drop a new album. I'm working on that right now. I'm gonna actually you my partner, so I'm gonna turn you on to something before we close it out. And I'm doing that. Of course I got other little entrepreneur businesses that I got going every day. And I'm working on a new movie right now. Shout out a boxer named Benny Hurd. I own his life rights, so I'm putting together a movie. I talked to Mike Tyson, I talked to Holyfield, putting that together, and I do a lot of stuff that I don't really like talk about until you see it. But yeah, definitely look out for the movie, whether I decide to whatever. Just look out for the movie, look out for the album, look out for some more stuff I'm gonna be doing with the kids too. You know what I'm saying? I'm also looking. I just brokered a deal for a guy to do some jingles, rap jingles. So I'm looking for somebody dope. You know what I'm saying? If you rap,
Oh
I got
man.
all the plugs. I can get you a deal. That ain't no big deal. If you want to get a deal, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta hear it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying
I think
I'm pumped at it, whoever. You know what I mean?
I think them jingles was that, man. That chick off TikTok that just was playing with the Dr. Pepper thing. From what I heard, she got millions off of that thing now.
Who was
Jingles
that?
was that. It was some chick that
Who?
was just Dr. Pepper something, and it
Oh,
Dr.
yeah,
Pepper.
yeah.
I think it was
I
Dr.
gotta
Pepper.
check out the Waffle House guy. He going viral right
Yeah,
now. Me and him been
yo,
talking.
I
Yeah,
seen that. I seen
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It,
That's one
that
of the
it was
guys
kind
I'm
of
talking about.
it was kind of fire too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one of the guys I'm talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna be doing some work with him. We've been going back and forth. I'm just looking for like somebody just being themselves and it's working. You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
ain't gotta be. If you rapping, that's cool. I want to hear it. You know what I mean? And I can connect a lot of dots. I just don't really
Hmm.
get into the food because you can waste a lot of time with the wrong person.
Yeah.
I could be the wrong person. Somebody waste your time. So I like to just make sure everything is right. At least best of my ability. Yeah.
So is there anything that you want people to know, want people to hear? Anything?
Anything I want people to hear?
Yeah.
Say, just follow me, bro. Just follow that Instagram. Hop on that.
Matter of fact, let them know where to follow you at all your media platforms.
Yeah, hop on YouTube. Mike Dig, everything Mike Dig. You know what I'm saying? You can Google Mike Dig. It's gonna send you down the rabbit hole of work. You know what I'm saying? So if you like whatever you like, it's gonna be something for you. Check out that new record, Heaven, and just be on the lookout for this new album. And then just go back on some older records. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil something or crossover. If you ain't familiar with me, these are bring you up to speed. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm booked for a few more freestyles. I did DJ Scream. I
Hmm.
did the Snap joint. I'm about to do like three more freestyle people and shit. So for whatever, just be checking me out. I got you. Whatever you're looking for, I'm gonna give you a little piece of it. You know what I mean?
Man, listen, man. I'm still looking for that video I was in. Everybody get your roll on video. I told you this before off air, and I'm still looking for it. Cause I seen it one time on YouTube, and it had me in the front. I don't know what kind of dance I was doing, but I'm gonna find
Yeah.
that video, man. I'm definitely gonna find that
Yeah,
one, man.
I would love to find it. I would love to find that and that chain on. It's so like the last time I was home, I ran to somebody. He was like, "I got my chain on." I was like, "You remember that?" He was like, "Yeah, you did the video out your
Yeah.
fucking." I was like, "Yeah." So it's a couple videos I would like to find. You know what I'm saying? But that will
Hey,
happen, man.
listen. If
Yeah.
y'all don't know, man, this man Mike Dez, we've been friends since pre-K. And if you remember the Wayne's TV show, when he said, Marlon, look up, say cheese. Mike was the first one to ever do that, man. He don't know what I'm talking about, but he was the first one that ever did the look over here, Mike, say cheese. I'm gonna show y'all. This
That is crazy.
this is a pre-K picture of me and Mike. Everybody looking straight, right? If you can see this picture, let me point to him. What is that? What is that? This Mike right here in the white. He the only one looking away. And here I go. I'm right here. I'm right here in the gray suit. And that's Mike right here. He the only one looking away. Look up, Mike. Say cheese. Hey man, that was pre-K, man. That was what 1986 to 1986.
It was a long time ago.
Oh,
It was a long time ago, brother. Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
I threw the year out there.
It was a long time ago.
Hey,
but
listen,
I do remember
man.
that picture. And I do remember Smoke. I do remember shout out Blair. I remember Blair with that gray suit on standing
Man.
there.
Yep.
I remember
Blair.
Yeah, man.
Blair, Sakori. I mean, there's a lot of Dion.
Man. Popcorn, the whole squad. Yeah, Dion was in that picture.
Yep, Dion was in that picture.
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember that
man.
Picture. My mama got it at her house. I remember that picture in the photo album.
Hey, man, Mike been with me from the start, man. He was one of the first people I interviewed on the Family Time podcast when I first got started, man. A brother, a friend, great person, great rapper, great entrepreneur, man. Hey, Mike, I appreciate you joining the Family Time podcast, man. I really do.
Well, you know I love you like a brother, man. Just because I do so much, I'm about to give you something.
Okay.
You can do what you want to do with it.
Okay.
You're my brother. So this, I don't know if this gonna probably be the outro.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And I just want to shout out everybody. Like that's why I mentioned Popcorn, those guys, because I've been around. Been around the world, but I don't never want nobody to think I forgot Norfolk, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So on this new album, you know what I'm saying? It's called Solid Street, just for the record. And that's gonna be the new album name. But yeah, man, I love you, man. I'm glad to got them chop it up with you, though, bro. I wish you much success on this Family Time thing, man, and everything.
One day we're gonna do it again, man. Do a live studio session or something. Let everybody see you in your workspace, man. But we can do that, man, for sure. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for coming on the Family Time podcast. And you already know what it is when we leaving out the building. What we say. We family now. Hey, we family now. Hey.
My brother.
Thank you for tuning in, Mike. Appreciate you, bro.
Already. Appreciate you, bro.
We family now. Hey. We family now. Hey, Family Time podcast with Ike jokes. Where it's real talk and real laughs. Coming family. We family now. Hey.